You and I are entrepreneurs. And if you're an entrepreneur, you want to sell something. Unless you're just going to get venture capital and you're going to talk about eyeballs and likes and everything, which is a decade ago. That's very much a decade ago. And you're not going to get a lot of venture investment if all you're going to be looking for is clicks, eyeballs, and things like that. Now you need to be facilitating sales or selling something yourself. And guess what? All of this, it all came home to roost last year. Let me show you about the second chart. This is Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp Messenger, and Facebook Messenger. App Annie, which is a big research group, and I'll give them credit. This is where I got this data. They go out there and study how are we engaging, how much do we engage, how long do we engage, and what the hell are we doing with all these apps? Well, in 2019, this is average monthly hours spent. We were spending somewhere between 15 and 20 hours a month on Facebook. That's a half hour a day. Now that's a half hour a day for everybody that's an active user. Some people are 4 hours a day, some people are 10 minutes, like my sister, just posting updates as she, goes through life. And then there's other people on there 4, 6, 8 hours a day, and they're selling things, running a business, and doing all that. For the average to be a half hour a day through a calendar month, that's pretty significant. And they were number one. Number two was newcomer TikTok. Number three, remember the green is 2019, was Instagram, and then WhatsApp Messenger and Facebook Messenger, all part of the same mafia. Okay, 1 year shift. Remember I talked about how fast this curve went? 1 year shift. What happens? Well, Facebook goes from number one to number two, but look what happens with TikTok. Over 20 hours a month. We're up to 45 minutes a day or something? Pretty intense. But they become number one, and there's something very, very interesting. Remember I'm talking about the goal is to sell things. Let's look. Instagram was long thought. Over the last, say, 3 years, we saw Instagram with more influencers, millions of followers on there. The influencers had the images and video and the stories, and they were really working well with advertisers. Instagram influencers were making a lot of money helping Nike sell shoes, helping jeans companies sell jeans, clothing, Red Bull, what have you. Everything being sold to somebody under the age of 40 was happening through an assistance program in digital marketing on Instagram. Now, I call it an assistance program because there was still Red Bull sponsoring Formula One. Not these guys. This is Jaguar shirt going back several years ago. One of my other Formula One shirts, remember, that's what the BizDoc wears. So all of you that are writing in, what the hell is up with Jaguar and this British bank? These are F1 shirts that I get from people around the world. If anybody wants to send me one from the 2021 season, I'll let you know the address. So anyway, you've got, motorsports, sports, regular TV, all these advertising mediums out there, and then digital media marketing really, in the last 5 years, really setting the pace as this alternative source to create impressions and purchases, because the goal is to sell stuff to consumers. And the next generation we're interested in is this coveted 13 to 29, Generation Z. They're really saying 10 to 29 because technically there are some laws that say, you have to be 13 years old before you're doing certain things with the phone in the US. I think we blow right past that every morning. So that you can own tomorrow. This is all part of the new world order of media. When I grew up, it was TV, cable, radio, and print. Now it's online, articles, podcasts, and over the top like Hulu. It's all shifting, but it's the same mix. What do you do? For the new world, you have to find out how you're going to sell your products and how you're going to do it well. And guess what? Generation Z has blown through the roof here on Instagram. By the way, here's something very interesting. At the end of last year, you had influencers on TikTok, as I understand it, end of 2020, were getting between $700 and $1,000 for an individual clip that they posted if they had about 2 million, 2.5 million followers. So in other words, I have 2.5 million followers. They're largely in a simple demographic, maybe high school students, college students, and I'm talking about sneakers. I'm talking about kicks. Okay, Nike comes to me and they'll say, you've got a very tight group of people, they're very similar, you have all this diversity, but this is the market and you're talking about shoes. Nike, we're interested in shoes. We'll give you $600 to $1,000 per post on TikTok. At the end of last year, the best information I could find, Instagram was $400, which means TikTok influencers were making 2 to 2.5 times what Instagram. Now, this is a broad average, and I know some of you may post comments, and this will be very correct. And if you've got comments and things on this, that would be great. There are some influencers on Instagram that are still making tens of thousands of dollars for a set of 2 or 3 posts over a day. Those are there. I'm talking about the average at the 2 million level of influencers. There is a shift going on for Generation Z, and it is moving right over to TikTok. Thanks for watching the short clip. If you like that and would like to see the whole episode, you can find it right here. And for even more, subscribe to this channel right here.